You are now listening to Empty Out the Clip.
This is for grandmas that pass knowledge down through stories and songs. Most are not with us no longer. We pay homage to you. Yeah. We pay homage to you. Yeah.
Born and raised in the 2024 in a time way before technology connected us all. I was raised about.
All right, welcome to another episode of the Empty Out the Clip, the ELTC podcast. It's your boy Leti, Ace of Fades, coming to you with another one on this bipolar weathered afternoon on a Sunday out here in the middle capital of NZ, the heart of West Auckland, Ranui. Joining me today, I've got the man himself, the guy who makes it all happen, producer Cams. What is up, Mauso?
What's up, Let's? What's up, Eddie? Good to be back here on the ELTC.
Man, and the man with the silky knife skills, bro, you better watch how I might cut you up with his knife. The butcher, what's up, Eddie?
Yo, maro Usos, maro.
Man, taloha ko lua. It is Tuvalu Language Weekend. I'm just gonna, before we get into our shout outs, man, and I'm gonna briefly do my best, man. I'm not Tuvalu, but I know enough to pronounce some of this language. So, taloha ko tau, talitanu te whakamoe moinga, malunga me ko I ku mote, manui te vaiaso, I ko nei mo te lātou salalau I te lalolangi, whakamanui atu te koutou, ka to tino Tuvalu te. Yeah, and that's just, hope everyone has had a great week here and around the world. Blessings to all the people of Tuvalu, happy Tuvalu and Language Week.
Yeah.
Week has been, I don't know, my lia, man, to say the least, man, but check it over to you guys, man. Let's get into some shout-outs. Let's go, Butcher.
Yo, shout out to my Inga, my listening brothers, Westside Fitness crew, Anytime Fitness. Happy heavily birthday to my little brother, Daniel, today. And also a special shout out to the Fatu family. Condolences, Arnold Fatu, who was the ex-listening boy and also First 15 alumni. So sending prayers out to the Fatu family. Seki.
Yeah, man. Shout outs to you guys holding it down on the EOTC, Empty Out the Clip podcast. Make a shout out to John Ofe for, man, this guy's going handy on this new business venture. It was a part-time hustle, but he's left his full-time job now to go 100% on this part-time hustle to make it a full-time. So
Is that microbeans, is it?
Yep.
Nice.
Ofe Microgreens.
Sure.
The man's going full-time. He's already got his product in Fresh Choice.
Wow.
And he's aiming to get his product into foodstuffs. So hopefully he can get the contract with New World and Pack and Save. Shout outs to John. Also shout outs to, man, the best coffee on K Road at the Daily. Shout outs to the staff there, Will, Eugene, and Albert, and the new guy from America who's come down from Minnesota. He's started working there. Jono, shout out to you guys at Daily. Honest, man, the best coffee on K Road. Maybe the best coffee in Auckland. Maybe the best coffee in New Zealand.
Ooh.
And I haven't tasted any other coffee as good as those guys, how those guys make it, man. But yeah, man, shout outs to the crew at Daily. That's me.
Sick.
Shout-outs. I got a massive list of shout-outs, man. First
Let's
one's to the bro Mark Molia. Congratulations on finishing your pe'aus and the journey. I know your mum would be very proud of you and the work that you've put in to wear the malofia, man. Malole kali le au. To the cousin Aukuso Yosua, who now takes your Aukuso Fa'afoi, so the last selling. Congratulations on a 20-year proposal, and finally leader did say yes, and ke manuia te ulunga lifo. To my cousin Reese Liu over at idrop.com. You can catch them at 201 Broadway, Newmarket. Check in if you're looking for something fresh to wear, man, and the bro's going to hook you up and look after you. Shout out to him. To the Uso Toma Unoi, who's on the mend from a health issue, and you've been watching his progress. Congratulations on taking it a day by day with my bro, and thinking of you always. And to my niece Oksana Kefu over in Sydney. Hope you had an awesome day at hubby's village day yesterday over in Sydney. Shout outs to my cousin Whamale, Pedro Epati, aka Moi, miss you cuz. And lastly, a couple of chaps I met at the WesWes PT called Brian. He's trainer at City Fitness Henderson. manifesting your progression in the company, bro. And I hope you do get a call to run that new City Fitness that's out on Lincoln Road somewhere. Nice catching up with you guys. And then my lucky last ones, man. Just wrapping this up. Happy 18th birthday to Ngā Marama, your Putsi. That's Phil's daughter. She turned 18 yesterday.
Yo.
Popped in and saw her yesterday. And then a happy 20th birthday to my nephew Aja, who had a birthday, and a belated birthday to my auntie Lifa, who turned, I'd say, 21 the other day. So happy birthday to you, auntie. Love you a lot, and can't wait to see you again. And then just late mentions to the loss of our Uso Ani. Caught the news on Friday night after work. Pretty devastating, knowing that the bro had a big heart, man. He's done a lot of things for the Lestonian old boys, and also just his character on and off the field, man. He's one of those hard guys to sort of imagine he would be taking this early in life. But condolences to the Fatu family from us here on Empty Out the Clip. Seki, man, it's my shout out. So you can catch more of our content on iHeartRadio, also on Apple. You can find us on Spotify, Empty Out the Clip. You can also find our YouTube channel, Producer Cans upload each week. We have a Facebook page. It's a private page. Just send in a request, answer a few questions, and security will let you in. And fellas, how about Eddie? You were just sharing your story about going to the gym, and you're part of 2 communities now. You said you try to beat the feet. So how about I did a 12-hour the other day, and I thought, okay, look, we'll just go for a walk. And we did about an 8.4k walk, and then I jumped in the car, went to the pools, and got a cramp in the water.
Oh.
And I was in the deep end, I was in the deep end, bro. The cramp was not letting up, man. It took me maybe half an hour to get rid of the cramp, man.
Ooh.
Checking it over at you, but how's the week been also?
Man, week was, we're short staff hard, eh? Like, 2 guys on holiday. 1 guy just didn't turn up for 2 days. And then we had a few sick, so, like, bro, I was just, like, going hard out trying to, like, make sure that, like, my department's running and the backroom department's running, so I was just all over the place. And then I thought, fuck it, like, at the end of the week, I was like, man, I just need to get some frustrations out. So I went to the gym. And I usually just go on the treadmill and just do some weights, but I thought, fuck it, this week's been stressful. I'm going to pump it. So I went and grabbed the 15 kg medicine ball. And I just spent maybe 45 minutes just working on the medicine ball, throw-ups, goblet squats, over the shoulder, like everything, like legs, core, everything was just being worked out. And then I did a 6 o'clock start to 5:30 finish. And I went to the gym maybe 6, and this was heading towards 8:30. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to walk home, because my brother-in-law dropped me off. Watching it, so I was like, nah, I'll just walk. I don't want to waste money on Uber. So I walked from Swanson Road to Henderson, and I was feeling good. And then I got to Henderson RSA, and I was started to cramp up. I was man, it must be the cold. Nah, it's all good. I can get through this. And then, man, got to the Henderson fire station. I was limping. I was yeah, no, I'm getting the Uber. So I got an Uber home, and even when I got home, man, I was just getting in and out of bed. I was doing the I was doing the moldy vowels, man. I was so sore, bro. I was nah, geez. So I was so this morning I just grabbed those massage guns. Just try to do my quad day so I don't cramp up today. But yeah, it's been a hard week, but it's just productivity. It's good. It went so fast because it was so busy. But yeah. How about you, Cam? How's your week?
Yeah, had a good week. Work's been same old. It's been busy, but I mentioned last week that I've been catching the public transport to work because my car broke down a couple weeks ago, and I think it's a write-off. I'm just gonna get rid of it. But I took day off on Friday to go look for a new car, and yeah, got it done there. So I'll pick up the new car next week. So yeah, I haven't gone to a car dealer to buy a car in ages. I think the last one I did was back in the late 90s.
Oh, shit.
Nah, man, you have to go through you talk to the guy and then do a test drive, and then you come back and talk how you're going to pay for the car and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, went through all that, and yeah, I guess it's not hassle, but a lot to take in. I don't think I fully took in all the details 100%, but I got the gist of it, and I just know how much money I got to spend, so it's all good in that front. But I'm happy to have a new car finally. But then I was thinking, like, because of this exercise of my car breaking down and catching public transport to work, crunching the numbers, man, it's still cheaper to catch public transport, man.
Yeah.
Because, like, even though I've got a new car now, I probably still won't take it to work. I'll still catch the train. It still works out to be cheaper to catch the train. So I worked out, I'll say, $50 a week, each week on public transport. So, yeah, I think the only thing you lose out on is time. Because if you put extra half an hour on your travel there and back, the hassle of getting up to catch the train and then, to get back home or, that sort of thing. But I know if you want to save some money, I think it's because, like, I think what's changed in Auckland City, if you work in the city, there's no car parking. I mean, car park's not free. You got to pay for car parking, right? You got to pay for your gas to get to and from work. And that all adds up, right? That all adds up, especially with how much you pay for car parking. So I pay $20 a week for car parking. So it all adds up, right? And then if I do the numbers for catching the train, yeah, it comes out to be $50 a week cheaper. So it's a win-win. And it'll be even more better next year when the new City Loop happens. So now I can get off the train much closer to my office. So yeah, so I think looking forward to next January for that new City Loop. So it'll be interesting when that happens, because it'll change the way people travel around the city. And I hope, like, it changes the way people think about public transport. Yeah, just don't live over the North Shore because there's no trains going over there. But I guess trains will be there the next 20 years or so. But now it's about time Auckland got their act together, eh? And I know it was a lot of the disruption for the last 5, 6, 7 years, eh? With the road works, building the tunnels and all of that, because people are frustrated with that. Businesses that are on the main road can't get any foot traffic because, all the construction and all that. Lots of complaints about that. All these cycleways and all that kind of stuff. So my head's been around all this stuff the past week. So
Good on you. Yeah. Hopefully the public transport will ease the congestion with traffic going into town, eh?
yeah, because like, I'm stuck in traffic, right? But with the train, man, you don't have to worry about anything, man. Just get on and just read a book or listen to a podcast, or you just relax. You just relax for that.
Yeah, bro.
50
It's like you got
minutes.
your own chauffeur, eh?
Earn chauffeur.
Literally.
Yeah, man. You just sit
You
on
might
the
get
train, just
some,
relax.
I get some old late gangers walking with the bus. Wait. Shaking. Wait, let's check it. Just wear your black shades. Wear your black shades.
I mean, there's no stress. There's no stress, eh? There's no stress sitting on a train, So it's good like that.
At least you fall asleep and wake up in Onehunga.
And they're clean too. They're clean.
Yeah.
The trains are clean.
Aircon. Some of them have
You know?
Wi-Fi even.
Yeah, exactly.
Lovely.
It's actually, if you're not used to catching the train, if you used to catch the train back in the days like I did when I was a school kid, and the big gap between then and now, like coming back to the trains again, man, it's actually pretty good, man. It's easy to use your phone to tag on and tag off, of the stations in there. Like, no stress at all, man. Just, it's pretty good.
Was it the old grey trains? Are you talking about those old
Yeah.
ones?
Yeah.
Oh, and the ticket master will come in with his belt of coins and shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Punch your ticket,
ticket, please. Where you going?
One stage.
Going to New Lynn?
Yeah.
$3.90.
Oh, another thing that's cool is they don't do it by like you can catch it's the price is by zones now, eh? So it's not like you gotta pay extra to catch because for me I have to catch a train to town and I have to catch a bus from downtown to my work, but they don't charge me extra for that bus because it's still in the same zone.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But they only charge me from zone 1 out west to town zone 4 or zone 3 or whatever it is. The price is just that.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, eh?
Mm.
Oh, bro, my week's been funny, G, because I did 4 days in a row. And by the second day, bro, I was like, come on, man. Like, come on, last day. That was probably Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, finished Saturday morning. So I had done my 48 for the week. And yeah, caught up with my boys. Shout out to Brandon, Tolo, and our new recruitee, Alfred. And it was good, eh? Shout out to Alfred's son, Ellen Holo went down to nationals. This kid is only like 15, man. Competed in the 18s, 20s, and took out the Wrestling New Zealand champs, bro. Like, if that's
Whoa.
not up and coming, then, man. But now, shout outs to him. Yeah, awesome, bro. Just an awesome walk. We walked about 4Ks from the Harbour Bridge down to Silo Park. And then it's like we had a couple of Ks each talking to each individual. We've been got to Silo, turned around, came back, and we stopped. You know, I was catching up with Dolo, and by the time we got back to the Bowie Cafe, fuck, it was pretty much going on 8Ks, man. Took us about an hour, 20 minutes. I was just good. It was good to catch up with the boys. It was always a good time to banter and that, talk about our families. But yeah, just the amount of people running, man. Got to the point where like, yeah, you wait, man. We'll be running soon. Because it was like packs of 8 guys running, 6, 4. Then the big groups of 20 running, you know. Got to the point it was like sick of saying good morning to everybody, you know. It was like, yeah, because we were the only guys walking, you know. But nah, yeah, and then yesterday happened. Went and dropped up a couple of gazebos off to the Cassandra's house, which was rewarding because I took my girls down. One of them didn't even know she went to school with Phil's daughter, so it's funny because they knew of each other but didn't realize they were related. So something good comes out of doing it for our family, you know what I mean?
Yo.
Yeah, and then ended up just before, so I hadn't had a sleep, bro, and it was going on maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon from when I finished at 6 in the morning. Finally took my son to get, because he's into like the slim cans, you know, like the slim the Fantas, the LMP and that cakes. They've been on sale, bro, like 6 for 6. I think it's countdown. But we happened to go and I saw the sparkling duet. So I got me a couple of raspberries for like, it was $3 for 6 cans, so I bought them. But he loves the LMP cans, bro. I don't know what's up with this dude, the LMP, man. Gave him $20. The man wants to buy 12 cans. He's like, I'm set on buying 12 cans ahead. I'm like, fine then. We got his 12 cans in. Bro, after I did that walk, this is now almost 3 o'clock. So I just hungry for ice blocks, man. So I haven't eaten all day. Still fasting. Had the ice blocks, bro, and they hit the spot, bro. But now, yeah, when I finally fell asleep, which was about 8 o'clock at night, after I did Tulsa King, bro, I could sleep. I was excited because it was like, man, that was a solid, you know, I was like, even when I saw the little snippet after the episode, I was like, man, I can't wait for that to drop, bro. But that was cool, like just doing 135, channel 135. Yeah, and then waking up this morning, shucks, went to the gym. First time on a Sunday, because, you know, I'm so used to staying awake and then having breakfast sleep after 6, but now I actually got up 5:30, went to the gym, and I was like, checked in. I was like, felt good, man, you know. Then I had to go do the pack down this afternoon, which was all good. But yeah, managed to catch up with my bro Anaru when I dropped his marquee off as well. So now week's been okay, but the start of the week, bro, not the shit. Not that feeling, eh? It was like, haven't even been to the gym yet, bro. Surely. But now, hopefully this week's gonna be a lot better for me, bro, because mentally it was tough, bro. Yeah. But now, glad to be on this episode, man. So we'll get into our topics, boys. Weekend wrap of sport, bro. 10 for 10. I probably caught maybe one highlights of 5 minutes of the ABs in Aussie. Did you catch any of the other games? Who wants to kick us off on that? Weekend wrap of sport.
Yeah, I watched the first half, but man, the game was so late.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sitting there like half of my body's cramping up and stuff. And like, because I watch it, I watch it on Sky on my PC, but I stream it on Discord for 2 of the Usos. So they watch it on their computers at home, so I just stream it through there. And like I could hear them talking, and they were like, "Are you alright, Eddie?" They're like, "What?" We can hear you going, every time I got up to move. So I was like, yeah, I was so tired, man. So like I fell asleep, but I woke up and watched the highlights. Because from the first half, man, we looked like lucky, a lot of drop balls. Even though they weren't knock-ons, we were dropping them backwards, and like passes weren't making it to hands. We just looked, structurally we just didn't look good, eh? And then I watched South Africa play against Argentina, and that was a scrappy game also until like Malcolm Marx scored double A. But man, I think the Africans the champions, eh? They won the championship on points, so yeah. So that's all the sport I catched. Like, yeah. The sport I'm looking for is playing tonight.
Oh, is there a game on tonight? Is there? Sorry.
Yeah, the Warriors. Yeah, the Warriors play the Bears for the interstate comp, and the Bronx women play the Roosters, which are a really good team, and then the Bronx men take on the Storm, was a really good Storm team. So good luck to all my teams tonight. Seki.
Yeah, just like you, Eddie. Man, I fell asleep, man, watching the All Blacks game. I think I caught the first half. But you're right, man. It was late.
It's late, eh? Yo.
I think 11 it started, 11:05.
Oh, shit.
It was kickoff. But it's in Perth, so I think they're like 5 hours behind or something like that. So, yeah, from what I saw, because I was going for Australia. I wanted Australia to win. And from what I saw, Australia were looking good, eh? Like the attack was going, they're getting, like go forward. And they were passing the ball around like New Zealand Warriors back in the day, eh? They're passing the ball like that. But man, I loved it, eh? I loved it. And yeah, I just fell asleep because I was so tired.
Good.
But then when I saw the score, I was like, oh, okay, the All Blacks won. I think 28-14, eh? Or 20-something 14 was the final score. But then I read some headlines and they were saying unconvincing win from the All Blacks.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
So it was unconvincing. Oh, and again, it was the same narrative as last week, eh? Unconvincing win from the All Blacks again. But most of the commentary from then was like, you know what, All Blacks won, but man, they look like they're not going to beat anyone up north. Like Ireland and all those guys, eh, man? South Africa. Yeah, it's hard to get a scale where All Blacks are. Because all I got out of these two tests, these Bledisloe tests, is that Australia is improved. Australia is improved from last year and the year before. Australia is stronger than they are in a long time right now. It looked like Australia had moves they haven't done before, eh? I've never seen Australia move like that in past Australian teams. So, yeah, it looked like they could have won that game. I didn't see the second half, so I wouldn't know what happened to turn it around.
Swani and the other centre were just fantastic. Just locking those one-on-one tackles. But yeah, right. Australia in the past has been guilty of playing like Northern Hemisphere style of rugby where they grind it in the forwards and then hope for a miracle by chucking it to the back line. But now they move similar to like the All Blacks where the backs are doing the work, especially the wingers. And when Marky Mark comes back from league, oh man, it's going to be a dangerous team, man.
And that's not even their first choice back three, because they're injured, eh? They got Harry Potter on the wing. But that Jorgensen guy, the 15, he was good, eh? He's always
good,
been good,
man.
He's always been good, that guy. O'Toole, he's injured, eh? That's why he didn't play. He's a fast guy. He wasn't there. But yeah, man, the real game's tonight.
Man, I got my jerseys ready, man. Got all my jerseys ready, man. Let's go.
Well, we're talking about the game tonight, man. We'll give you 2 minutes, man. Give us your picks and 2 minutes of reason why that game is gonna hit that way, and why you and actually give us a margin as well. We'll start with you, producer Camps.
Well, also Stace on the 135 for the show chat put up a mention of Cooper Cronk. So he did his prediction of Storm 22 plus. Hey, that's a bit.
Did he say book the limousine or what's going on there?
Storm 22 plus, man.
22
Damn, coming up from Cooper Cronk. You know, does he know something everyone else doesn't know? Wow, he's talking about a blowout.
It could go that way. It could go that way.
He's talking about a blowout. To be honest, man, I don't know if it's gonna be like that, man. But I think Storm will win it. 12 and under, I think.
That's
Yeah, I
that.
think it'll be
Yeah.
a close game. I think it'll be a
Yo.
close game.
Oh man. For the state championship, I'm gonna go Warriors 20, Bears 6. I think the experience of Eddie Eremia Toyava and Tanner Boyd and Taupiki will be the difference for that game because they played in the top grade. For the Broncos women, I'll go 26-20. Tamika Upton has had a fantastic season. And Mele Haufanga, oh bro, she is deadly.
So Ponza be deadly, bro.
Deadly, G. So I reckon this will be a tight game because the Roosters are really good as well. So that'll be my score for that game. And for the final game, man, there's so much emotion in this game, man. Ben Hunt's redemption from 2015. Ezra Mann, coming back from a disastrous start of the year, controversies off the field. Reece Walsh with the Vaifaluila. Reno putting some demons down from losing to the Panthers and all that, and when he played for Rabbitohs. So I reckon the difference for this game, I'm going to keep it simple, is Payne Haas. So that when that guy pledges himself to Toa Samoa, he's been playing different, G. Straight up playing 80 minutes against the Panthers. I think he'll be the big difference because I think the Storm have a better backline, I reckon, especially when it comes to aerial ball. I think the Storm have a better spine. I think the Storm have slightly better centers than us. But when it comes to the forwards, I think Haas is going to lead us. So I think it's going to be a tight one. I'm going to go Broncos 22, Storm 18.
Shots fired. Shots fired. I love it, bro. I love it.
That's how it's going to go,
man. I'm just gonna make this short and sharp, and I'm just gonna say for the first time, no one's actually realized that there's no New South Wales team. This is why Queensland is the greatest, and you need to see the spy that you're talking about, Cam. It's just like the New South, not the New South team, but the Queensland feeding team. You know what I mean? So first time we've seen this in however many years.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't say it's the year of the horse, bro. It's the year of the horse. I just don't see it. You can say they played big games. The Storm have been there, done that, did this, done that. But I think you have to look at the history, though. When they finished top of the table and won the premiership, they finished, won the premiers. Those are the days that they were banking those checks. But they didn't do it this year, so they came up short. You saw Canberra go. But man, I think this is the year of the horse, man. And it's going to be the internationals that are going to stand up for the Broncos. I want to say, if the Tonga dude's playing well in the centre, he's going to fucking pull something out of his ass to play a game. And Reece Walsh will probably question whether he should be next in line to take on the one jersey for the Australians. And then Payton Haas is going to break something out of his ass and probably play 90 minutes. He's going to be playing before he's even jumped on the field, and that would be the difference between the result in the game tonight. Seki.
If we're going to do a count on the Origin players in this grand final, I just want to acknowledge all the Kiwi players who are playing in this grand final too.
Yeah.
There's a few of them there, hey. Like Jerome Hughes is in there. Is Katoa going to play for Tonga or New Zealand?
I think it's the check, hey. It's the pen on the check, man. I think he shouldn't try. I know there was articles, I didn't try and read them because I don't want to read that fake news until it comes out of his mouth. So we got a recording of him saying, oh yeah, I'd love to make myself available for the Kiwis. I mean, because he's been considered. He got considered the last run of games, eh?
Yeah.
But nah, he was already, so who knows, bro. Heading into the World Cup, I don't know if you'd break that because then, I don't know.
The other thing was the hype now. Did you guys hear the banter between what's Stefano, what he said? Sort of said he's going to run after a couple of guys over there that he doesn't like. Everyone's running who's he talking about.
Yeah.
But that's good for the game, eh? I thought that was good for the hyping up the grand final. Getting the fans to talk about and stuff. He did.
Oh, he
Got in
did?
trouble for saying that. What?
I mean, unless you're doing like Ronaldo way, putting it out on your socials and stuff, it's just a bit different because you can back it up, by scoring tries.
Yeah.
Nah, Seki boys. Should we start with this? The Manoa Nui ship still shipwrecked in Samoa, and obviously Chucky put up that video, and you guys had the opportunity to watch it. But just a recording of the local villagers talking about how it's affected their food source and just the feel about it in the village that's affected the most. Yeah, I honestly didn't want to read or watch much of it because I already said it when we touched on it the first time. I mean, the government here in New Zealand, I think Samoa still hasn't heard of an apology from this government at all. But yeah, checking it over at you, producer Cams, man. What do you make of that video that Chucky put up about the New Zealand naval ship still shipwrecked in the village, man? That's, I don't know, it's a tough one. Isn't it?
Yeah, so that was the RNZ report, and they put up a video on YouTube talking about the aftermath of what happened with the Mononui ship, the shipwrecked off the south side of the island of Upolu, just off the coral reef. So, and this happened over or before the Chogam event. So Prince Charles was coming down to Samoa. Samoa was like preparing for that event, and everyone was up. Everyone in Samoa was, doing what they're doing. This was kind of like a disruption for that, because if you think about how Samoa was preparing for this event, the Chogam event, and New Zealand Navy were there. That ship was out the back there doing some, doing some survey or whatever. The sinks, bad timing, because Samoa's like, oh fuck, we got to deal with this now. Like, Prince Charles is coming, and he's gonna stay at the resort right there too, right? At Sinalei, which is right there. So, sort of like an embarrassing thing to happen for New Zealand, and so maybe New Zealand didn't really care because they were like, oh no, that's all right. We'll just do what we need to do. And what did they do? All they did was take the toxic materials out of the boat. Didn't actually take the boat, just made sure the toxic materials are out, and that's what they did. But we always knew that if they're going to leave the boat there, the effects will happen. Like, you'll see the effects after that. Like, the problem has not gone away, and this report from RNZ, this YouTube video has come out, and it just interviews the villagers along that coast and what they're facing, and they're saying that they're not catching as much fish as before, and when they do catch fish, when they cook the fish, it still smells like the oil, right? It's like, what the fuck, man? Take your fucking boat, man. Shit, what? I don't know what's happening with what New Zealand want to do. Like, obviously, there's going to be a fix. And obviously, they think, oh, no, we took all the toxic material, we'll just leave it there. Like, why just leave it there? Like, take it out. You're the one that put it there, take it out. And before we jumped on the mics, I just did the Google search how to take the ships out of the water. And there's ways to do it, right? That you can do. You can do it by lifting up by a crane. You can do it by airbags, right? So there's ways to do it. Why don't you just do it? Spend the money and do it. I know it's expensive, but man, we're in New Zealand. We got money. We can't just dump our shit there and just leave it there and think it's all good just because we fixed up the problem, put like a band-aid on it, right? All we did was put a band-aid over it. We need to fucking get into there and take it out. New Zealand has the money, and if you look at how they take ships out of the water, it can be done. Fuck, who cares how expensive it is? You guys put it there. You guys got to take it out of there. And this compensation that's been thrown around, the compensation, we don't know what it is, right? Like you said, they haven't apologized. What is the compensation? Like, how you gonna do that? But the shit's still there in the water. Like, how much compensation do you need to give these villagers before the shit goes away naturally? Is the shit even going to go away naturally? The best bet is fuck the compensation, take the boat out, and then do the compensation, because at least you know how much things will cost. If you just throw out some money to compensate, you don't know if that's enough or not, right? So do what you know. Do what you know what's going to be on the paper, on the bill, by taking the ship out. That's one bill, and then compensate the villagers because the shit's not there in the water anymore. Easy. Well, it sounds easy. I don't know why it's so hard. So I know I know there's politics involved. New Zealand probably doesn't want to spend much money as they need. So yeah, it's a shitty situation that these villagers shouldn't be in.
100%. New Zealand, man, we've been on the forefront of many things, One of them is keeping our waters clean. especially when France was testing nuclear bombs in the Pacific. We were crucial on them with the Rainbow Warrior. When it came to ANZUS, our position in ANZUS, which was our alliance with Australia and the US, we wouldn't back down on our nuclear stance, causing that to break up. When it comes to Chinese warships coming into our oceans, we've been critical of them doing live round drills in our Pacific waters. And then when one of our own boats sinks in Samoa, we're quiet. We have
True,
got nothing
man.
to say.
Honest, New Zealand, we're always putting our hand up for being clean green and all that, the environment, and all that kind of
100%,
shit.
man.
Yeah, right. When this happens, it's not our fault.
Where's the talk now? Where is the talk now? We talk about, we don't want China to give these soft loans to the Pacific. You know, we don't. Where's the money then? Honestly, like watching that video, like about the villagers talking about their livelihoods being affected, man, it really affected me. Man, this village, bro, like that's the income, most. Like you don't know how bad it is for our families back in Samoa. Like, man, all we gotta do is take the boat out. That's all we gotta do. We have a moral obligation to take it out. Morally, man, we've been like the justice warriors of the Pacific for ages, New Zealand, man. We've helped out the Pacific when it comes to Solomon Islands, we helped out in Papua New Guinea, blah blah. Like we put our money where our mouth is, and then now we're quiet. No, bro. For all our servicemen, that serve in our Air Force, our Army, our Navy, all of those dudes, they're like katiakis for us and the Pacific. The men and women that serve, bro, and then we just leave this boat here. I know they'll be thinking about it too. I know all our military people will be like, fuck, why are we leaving the boat there, man? And the longer you leave it, the worse it's going to get. It's like, man, the corrosion will start to come in. It'll be harder to lift the boat out after that. The structural integrity of the boat's not going to last, It's going to start breaking down. Salt water is like one of the main things for corrosion, man. And you can't expect those tanks to stay like that, Eventually it's going to start leaking out. I remember Australia was having a go at people that were leaving their boats in Darling Harbour. And they wanted the owners to take it out because there's holes in the side of the boat, and if it does sink, it's a disaster for the environment. So, man, I don't want to bag on New Zealand because we've done so well, man, in the Pacific. And when it came to issues that were close to the heart, we stood on our toes, man. We stood proud. We didn't back down from anybody, not even the US. We still don't have nuclear warships coming into our waters because we stood proud on our values and our moral compass. And that's why it hurts me, man. When it comes to this boat sinking in Samoa, it hurts me because we're just gone quiet.
100%.
We protest on other stuff. What's going on around the world. We protest about injustices around the world. When it happens to our backyard, we're quiet. Why? I'll just leave it at that.
It's weird, Because you look at the Arizona that's still sitting there in Hawaii that never came up, and just the way that oil bubbles at the surface. And this boat's only been there, less than a couple of years. I think New Zealand's got into the habit of making apologies 20 years or 3 decades later. Like it's norm, it's the norms, you know what I mean? And when we talk about service, think about all the black friends, all the All Blacks, all these people who have put their country of heritage at the back of being Silver Friends and All Blacks, man. What about these guys? What about all these people that came before the Dawn Raids and they're doing all the work that the Kiwis didn't want to do? Does that not mean anything to this country? I think it's a bit of a joke that New Zealand can talk about trying to fix what's happening here when, man, pay attention to the Pacific, man. A lot of Samoans live in this place. If the shoe was on the other foot, I don't think it would be the same, man. Samoans are the type of people to acknowledge stuff, but they want to do their best to try and correct stuff as well, man. It's heartache. That's heartache, man. It's a slap in the face to all of us hard Kiwi, proud Samoans. They can talk about it, but New Zealand chooses to just ignore it as if it didn't happen, And now there's the livelihood and just the natural resources that was a beautiful place is tainted from something that New Zealand has the power to do, but they just don't act on it, you know? Come on, New Zealand, we can do better than that, man. That's just...
It's fucking cringe, man. It's cringe.
Yeah,
Because now, like, you're right. I didn't think of it, but when I see stuff on social media with New Zealand being clean and green, even with the Green Party talking about environmental stuff and all that, it's fucking bullshit, man. If you hark back to what's happened in Samoa with the Mano Nui ship, and you think about it, it's like, fucking it's all bullshit, man. You guys just talk about this stuff when it suits you, so to save the world, and you can't even save what's just right there, and it's your fault. So fucking it's all bullshit, man. Don't use your recycling bin.
Yeah, bro.
Don't use your fucking recycling bin.
Everyone else keep chucking your shitty nappies inside the recycle bin.
Fuck your recycling bin.
Even the fruit scrap bin, bro. Just throw your fruit scraps in the rubbish.
No, honestly, if that's the way they'll treat our island, fuck. Throw your fucking scraps in the fucking recycling bin. Shit.
I've got like 2 questions on that. Like, is the compensation a way of shifting responsibility out of their hands? And is it going to affect the clean green image of New Zealand? People need to ask themselves, man. Like,
You know, the damage from that boat, there's no amount of money that can fix that, bro. Because it's like I'm gonna use it as a bad example, right? But you put one of those toilet blue tablets in the top of your toilet, right? And you keep flushing it. How long it takes for that water to become blue again or clear again? This is different, man. This is a different chemical. This is on this is like a concentrated, bigger version of it in a small lagoon of water, man. That it's only coming in. There's no pushing it out. There's no way to flush this water. This water's gonna sit there forever. Once it's tainted into the land, it's pretty much tainted forever. It's gonna kill everything that's around there. You'll never see coconut trees grow the same again. You'll never see wildlife, the fish grow the same. People are literally cooking this food, can still smell the oil coming out of these fish, man. New Zealand needs to wake the fuck up, man. This is fucking shocking, man. I think the saddest part about it is that New Zealand is that stupid at the moment. They don't even realize what the sort of effect has on the people living there. There's no amount of money that's gonna correct this issue, man. That's the freaking chuck money at this. This is not a movie, man. This is literally people's livelihood, man. That's disgraceful, bro. It's disgraceful on so many levels.
My little chuckster.
Welcome to the pod, Mr. Chucky. We're just having a moan about the issue with the Manoa Nui ship and just New Zealand's reaction to trying to help our beloved homeland and the villages, you know. It's just seems to fall on deaf ears, man. But did you have your
100%.
your opinion on that, Os?
Yeah, the villages itself, the local villages and the coastline itself, and especially just Samoa in general for tourism, they, it affects everything, It's a trickle effect, So they need to clean up their own mess, they need to clean up their own shit. And the best way to do that is to be supportive of the mess that they've done to the environment, because it's not like just getting a dustpan and then just simply just dusting up the crumbs and then just leaving. So they've affected the environment. They've affected the local villages there with their everyday needs to provide as well, and the marine life, on that coastline as well. So it affects the means of life, everyday life for our people. So the best way you can give back is to be there in the process, and then support the process, and then compensate, because everything costs money. You need to actually support Samoa, support the locals, and to help clean up their mess. Now, like I said, it's a disaster. It might be small to them, but it's big for our people. So yeah.
Thank you, bro. Was there anything else from Producer Cam's Chuck Butch on that? No, well covered, boys, man. You can obviously this is obviously something that's gonna sit on our minds for a while, man, because just like typically like everything else that happens in the news, it gets its window, it gets its week, it gets its second week, but never has, apart from RNZ, anyone gone and revisited it, which is the saddest thing, you know. Like if John Campbell was still around doing his thing like he used to do back in the day, he probably would have been back and forth already, you know, however many times.
Yeah,
But
that's
Seki,
exactly
we'll move
right.
on
Yeah,
to
we
the
need
next
to
one.
use we need to use platforms like this to, you know, to advocate it. Exactly. John Campbell's a good example. So yeah.
What's up, boys? I don't know if you guys managed to find any sources on the American student who died at the bus stop in April, and I don't know. I thought it was worth the share, man, because there's a kid who was studying, lost his life in this country, not his homeland, and yeah, his parents are pretty much left with no answer to what happened to him, and the mum's pleas just for people or witnesses to come forward. I mean, we've managed to get justice for this kid Kai who got beaten up Mother's Day, by getting witnesses to step forward. Man, this mother deserves some sort of answer, man. Her boy was here studying, and you know, don't worry about some fellas. What about this mum who wants an answer from the police and the country, man? Who wants to go first on that?
Yeah, was this that Kyle Woodrow?
I didn't actually catch his name, bro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 33-year-old PhD student. He was attacked in Meadowbank. So what I found was a 16-year-old has been charged with murder, and a 33-year-old woman has been charged with accessory. A machete is being possibly the murder weapon, and a trial is to begin on August 2026. But yeah, no, very sad, man. Like just highlights how bad youth crime is in some places, eh? And then like there's more of a deeper issue here that we need to sort out, and man, we must do what we can to support this family and get justice for Carl who lost his life here. So condolences first and foremost, and hopefully we can get a sus for the family, man. But yeah, very, very sad, man.
16 years old, man. Wow, that is young to be thinking about murder. But when you're that age, you don't even really think about stuff like that. You just...
That's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, man. But talk about like the consequences. Like when you're 16, you probably don't know, eh? Like I don't know if it's like a peer pressure thing that him and his boys went and did it. And sad, man. Education-wise, you need some... Yeah, it's a mixture of education and life skills too, eh? How you've been brought up, I guess. Like, but for kids, yeah, when you're 16, you know, your brain hasn't really matured, and you sort of live in a sort of like your own world, sort of thing. So you need proper guidance from adults in there. I don't know what he went through, but yeah, it just sounds like it was spontaneous or just something that he thought it was cool to do. And even after that happened, like it's been on the news, right? He died. Wonder what he felt days after that. Like, did he feel any remorse or anything like that, or is he just too young to feel any kind of remorse or think? Or I'm just speculating, but did he think it was cool to do what he did, or was he ever sad afterwards? Don't know. But it says in the article, his mum was accessory, so maybe his mum knew, and mum was trying to protect him by not turning him in or anything like that, eh? So maybe that's the case there. Hard for the mum too, but hard for the mum that lost her son, you know. So which way you look at it, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad for a country like New Zealand to host a visitor to come here to come school and he gets killed. Embarrassing for New Zealand that way. But you know, stuff like this happens all over the world. So yeah, it's a bad story every which way you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, condolences to the overseas families that are grieving still, but yeah, just have to trust the process. It's in the law of the land now, so hopefully they get justice for this this weak crime that that these guys have done. So far out, what a way to go out. And yeah, education just for those that got families out there, teenagers that are studying far and beyond, even on shore, just be wary of your environment. Always always never second guess your subconscious mind, if it kicks in, there's always a reason for it. It's all about that that alarm system's going off on subconscious minds to let you guys know it's probably not a good idea to walk in those environments. So yeah, read it before it happens, and then learn how to read it and how to react to it. So yeah, let the courts do the job, and hopefully they get justice to the full extent of the law.
Yeah, we had a comment on the post just below it from Tua Schuster. He said he hopes that they catch the useless person who done this. So yeah, hopefully that he gets the full brunt of his actions, man. Because he's gonna have to understand, what he's done. That's the first thing. But we'll wrap that one up. What about Comments Corner, Eddie? What do you got for us, Usos?
Comments Corner, man. Shout out to 0074, Vailima 49, Westside Okalangi, and JF 685. So the thing with last week was the Panthers lost to the Broncos. And so my theme for that is legacy, for what the Panthers have done, like 4 premierships in a row. That's crazy. So my question for people in the comments and for the panel, and we'll answer it next week, is would you rather? So would you rather be part of a team from the very bottom of the table, right, and on your own skills, your individual brilliance, you carry the team to a grand final and you win, but you never win again, okay? Or would you rather be a bench player, right, part of a team that wins 5 grand finals or 5 championships in a row, but you always be a bench player. You only come in for the last 5 minutes. So that's my question for the comment section for this week. Seki.
Ooh, that's a tricky one, bro.
Yeah, I'm all good to be in the back seat, right? as long as we win that grand final, man, I'm all good, man. Yeah, exactly. As long as I get my ring, bro, I'm all good.
Yeah, man. I'll be on the bench, man.
Yeah.
'Cause you know what? I'll be considered part of the team. I'll get the ring, like you said.
Only.
I'll get the money, like you said, and I'll be invited to all the grand final parties.
Yo, sweet.
And I probably won't get less chance of injury than anyone else.
Yeah, but you have to be that guy. Yeah, I was part of that team. Well, and you get the photo and you zoom all the way to the background. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Tell my grandkids.
Yeah.
Seki, bro. Our local sport and news. We got some good coverage of some local sport and news. The New Zealand schools, so they actually went across and played the Australia under 18s. So the under Australia 18s played the Australian schools and they smashed them, bro. I think their game was 81-5. This is the Australia under 18s. So New Zealand schools went able to play them. They played in Canberra, and this is a pretty funny score, eh? The Australia 18s smashed New Zealand 55-33. They played again on the Monday. This time the score was 81-48. And that game there was halftime score was 36-7. Australia led, and then their last game would have been the last time they actually played the test series here. It was in Hamilton. The Australia schools beat them 55-33. So I don't know if it's a telling of the future talent in Super Rugby, but if there's anything heading into the next World Cup with those results, man, John Smith's got some bloody skill coming up through the grades, man. If they got a guy like Suoliti playing and he's only 21, so these guys are 18, man, a 20-year-old's coming up. If that's a result to go off, fucking Australia looks dangerous, man. Another little bit of news. This is an interesting read that I found, and I thought it was worth sharing. And it's Tiane Pati. It's announced as one of the King's Council's 12 appointed by the Attorney General. She's the first woman of colour to be given the prestigious title of Samoan heritage. Tiana specialises in complex regulatory and serious criminal investigations with particular expertise in appeals. Following in the footsteps of her father, she's into the legal profession. She's the first Pacific Island judge her dad was Semi Epati. Tiana graduated from the University of Auckland and admitted to the bar in 2000. She's also a partner of the Wishworth, Wall and Matheson's law firm, becoming a barrister so in 2022. So that's a pretty cool
Wow.
achievement, man. And I thought that was worth the share, like to be part of the 12 of the King's Council. Like these are the people that come and take on cases that become deadlocked, sort of like what's happened over in Samoa. So if they get the King's Council to come over and they send a few of the judges over, she's one of 12. So
Wow.
yeah, the first Samoan, Ray. How about that? But yeah, that's our local sport and news, boys.
Nice.
Sicky. Oh man, I knew I want to share this part, but starting with you, Chucky. What have you been watching?
Sorry guys. Yeah, what I've been watching, a few docus, but a few old school movies. Man, I had to watch that movie, Bloodsport and Kickboxer, all in the same week. For some reason, it kept appearing up on my just my views of list to watch. So thought I'd watch it. Still badass, those movies. Hopefully they don't try and do remakes, because remakes always kill the original, man. So yeah, watching a bit of that, and then to be honest, been full on. So I'll put it in there now. I finally finished the adversities since June. So yeah, and especially when it comes to dealing with people that don't want a brother to get up. So I actually beat them. So I actually not only touched the line, but crossed the line. So yeah, praise be to God. So for that. So hopefully I get a bit more time now emotionally, because man, it made me cry, man. These these few speed bumps there, man. So I had to dig deep. So shout out to the viewers out there. If you're facing those adversities, man, it's always good. It brings the best out of you. So never react in an emotional way, but always react in and just crossing the line or touching the line. Yeah. So hopefully I get to watch a little bit more. Yeah. So I'm hoping to catch up on a few more docus. Yeah, man.
Nice.
Bro, I was just saying to Eddie when he was talking about his Ginga Vai walking back from the gym, trying to do a 12-hour, then trying to walk home. Lessons ever losses, also, but that's beautiful, bro. Congratulations, also. That's awesome.
Congrats, all.
Me.
But you, Butch, what have you been watching, also?
Oh man, I watched a 4-part series called When They See Us. It's about these 5 young lads.
Is that the New York Park one, is it?
Yeah, they got this this rape pinned on them.
You gotta watch this, Chucky.
And bro, it's I don't know, man. My blood pressure was boiling.
I'm triggered.
Yeah, I was getting triggered watching this. Like, wow, it's
is that a true story?
Man, to its fullest. Yeah, true story.
Based on a true story.
Yeah.
Who stars in that one?
And then there's all like Omar. They had the guy that played Omar from The Wire on there.
Yeah,
he played one of the dads. Yeah. But it was frustrating as. But even like I was watching one of the Usos and he was like swearing there. It's like, bro, like relax. It was good acting, man. But
is that a white lady that was jogging through New York Park or something? Central Park.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of black teenagers. Is that right?
Yeah,
they had nothing to do with whatever was going on. Like you all get apprehended, and then they were found in different parts of the city at different times. But they were just they just got told, I don't give a fuck who it is, just fucking get whoever happened. Like they needed a story for the newspaper.
Yeah, like one
same sort of trickle and scenario that happened with Crawford, right? When he had the celebration and then the cops pulled them over.
Bro, 100%, bro. They just gave him the key to the city and fucking got pulled over later that night, man. Pistol in his face, bro.
Exactly, yeah.
The key to the city and they pulled a pistol in his face, man. And they had someone in the backseat recording that. In 2025, man. Fuck.
But mind you, the same sort of trickle and attitude that happened in that movie to Crawford, but as well as the likes of Mike Tyson and also Hurricane Carter. What happened to him? True story on that one too. Yeah, he served Sharks, I think it was like over 40 years, man. 40 years or 45, might be even more.
Did they do a movie? Poor dude, the Hurricane?
Yeah, they did a movie, Hurricane Carter, True story. Watch that movie.
But yeah, that's the only series I watch in just the games, really. But
Yeah.
yeah, Seki.
But you, Cams.
Yeah, I watched a new movie that came out last week. I wanted to watch it last week called One Battle After Another. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro. And it's written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. And he's one of the hot directors out right now. He's done There Will Be Blood, Boogie Nights, Magnolia, and Licorice Pizza. This is a new movie. It's an action thriller. It's got big raves. It's hyped up to be the best movie of the decade, right? And I went into this movie knowing all of this stuff. Like, everyone's raving about it, saying it's the best movie of the year, best movie of the last 10 years. I watched it, and I gotta say, man, it is up there, man. It's up there. It's a great movie. I think it might be movie of the year. I don't know if it's movie of the 10 years of the decade, but it is a really good movie, man. And it's 3 hours, but man, it seems like it's the fastest 3 hours I've ever been in, because man, it is intense, man. It's engaging. You're like engaged the whole way, and yeah, man. When I heard it was 3 hours, just felt like 1 hour. But no, that's how good the movie is. It's a good story. It's based around America right now with the immigration laws. So with the ICE, you guys hear about the ICE, the immigration thing over there, that they're putting all these Mexicans in these detention areas.
Yeah,
yeah, that's in the background, right? But the story is about this group of revolutionaries that are trying to fight back on that. So they go and raid these correctional facilities with all these Mexicans in there and free them. To fund their organization, they have to rob banks in that. And the story is about a couple in this organization, a black woman and Leonardo's character, and they have a kid. And then things go wrong and all that kind of stuff. And then it forwards 16 years later when the kid's 16 years old. And it's about like how the revolutionary group is underground now. And it's just based around about how the police are after them. So Sean Penn, he's in it. He stars as the guy in charge of the law enforcement that are after the revolutionary group. And then it goes into all that. It goes into like, there's like a Illuminati thing that happens too, and they're involved too, and I think they're Illuminati or the secret KKK, so they're involved too, and they're after the girl that's now 16 years old, and it's all that kind of stuff. So it turns into like a cat and mouse kind of film, right? And yeah, it's intense, man. It's intense film. It's all about Leonardo trying to find his daughter, and the cops that are chasing them down, and the Illuminati chasing them down too. But yeah, man, it's a real good movie. Yeah, it's nothing I've ever seen before. The last like 20 minutes of the film, the climax of the film, it is fucking intense, man. And I have never seen a scene like that in my life. This scene at the end is shot like I haven't seen this at all. And this is the thing, like if you see the ads of this film, if you see some things on social media, they show the scene, and the scene, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's a scene of the road, of a bumpy road that goes up and down, up and down. That is the scene I'm talking about, and that scene is, can't explain it, because the reason why I can't explain it, because I've never seen that in any other film in my whole life, but it is intense. I think that might be the most iconic scene of the whole film, and it will be talked about in years to come, because PTA, Paul Thomas Anderson, who wrote and directed this film, he's up there full of directors. He is a genius, and man, it's just an awesome film, man. So yeah, man, I watched that, the One Battle After Another. It's at the movies right now. Yeah, man, it's a good watch. I give it 4.5 out of 5.
Hey.
4.5.
Give it 4.5 out of 5.
So it says that it's got a lot of scenarios in that movie, eh?
Yo,
Like a lot of scenarios connected to that movie, yeah. It's like World War One, French
It's
Connection.
relatable too.
yo.
Yeah.
It's relatable too with all the immigration stuff too. So it's funny as well. It's funny. It's a funny film as well. So yeah, a lot to like about this film. And that's off the back of The Rock's new film that's just started. It's out now.
Yeah, Smash Machine.
The Smash Machine. So
No, I was trying to go see it today.
yeah,
Might go see it before the game.
but that's interesting, because they've got raves on The Rock acting in this. This might be his most greatest movie ever. The way he's acting, it might even give him an Oscar. I don't know, but they're raving about his performance in The Smashing Machine.
Yeah.
So they talked about Battle After the Other being the best movie of the decade. This is before Smashing Machine has come out, so it'll be interesting to see what that one's like. But I think before this movie, the movie Sinners that came out earlier this year, that is a good movie too.
Yeah.
And I think Battle After the Other overtakes
Damn.
Sinners, man. Because
That's
if
fucked,
you
bro.
like Sinners, this game, I think one Battle After the Other is better.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, that sucks for them, eh? That sucks for... Was it Michael B. Jordan, eh? To drop that
Yeah.
in the same year that this film's come out. It's like, God, fuck. See, if it was just his film, Sinners, then, yeah, definitely gonna win all the Oscars, But fuck, if that's dropped and people are raving about it already, damn. Unlucky. It was...
But depends how you look at it in perspective. Because if you think of Sinners, it's a movie with black actors, written and directed by a black person. If you look at one Battle After the Other, it's got black people in it, but it's written by a white person. So are we going to choose... And they're both great movies. Right? For me, I think one Battle After the Other is up there.
Gotta watch it now. Gonna watch it on one of their sites.
Yeah.
Nah, Seki, man, I haven't been watching much apart from Tulsa King, man. You can listen to our back at the 135 channel on our film and TVs to hear my opinion of what I've been watching. And make sure you give it a follow, smash a like, and follow the boys on the channel 135 to hear my opinion of what I've been watching. We'll move on. Just a couple of opinions, give you a couple of minutes each. The kids. Oh, yeah, so shout outs to the cousin Reese who gave me this for us to have a yarn about. Give you a couple of minutes each, and it's identity crisis in kids at the moment. Teaching our kids our language as in homeland. Revision needs a good spread because the younger generation is having an identity crisis in this day and age. Just my thoughts. I reckon language is weak. Language week is cool, but how many of us are actually using it on an everyday basis? If you can relate that to kids having an identity crisis, who was go first? Start with you, Butcher.
Man, when I was young, it wasn't cool to speak your native language at home. But as years have gone on and seeing my nieces and nephews in school now, they encourage you to keep your language. So I've been trying to go back and learn a bit more of my culture and heritage and language and whatnot. So I mean, this probably doesn't really apply to me, but I'll probably apply to Afakasis more because they got their foot in both worlds, eh? Because I feel sorry for them because a lot of them get judged for not being Samoan enough or not being white enough, so they're caught in that world, eh? But yeah, for Polynesian kids now, or any ethnicity, man, speak both languages. It fires up the neutrons more. You can translate for your grandma or anything like that. Language can apply to a lot of things. So there's a big renaissance with Te Reo Māori in this country. So we need to jump on the back of that and be more immersive into our cultures. And 1 week, these language weeks are nice. They highlight the different ethnicities in the country. But let's not leave it to a week. Try and practice more words. I like hearing other languages as well, and I try to learn. So I know greetings in Slavic languages, Rus. I can speak a little bit of Croatian and whatnot. So it's good to learn other people's language and cultures because it makes us richer for it. But yeah, Seki.
Nice. But you, Chucky.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a nice one, brother. Lelela tananoa. I mean, whaamalusi your mind, whaamalusi your heart, and then whaamalusi your actions as well. So
Yo.
without it, we lose a generation. So if you're trying to find your identity, if it's not passed on, don't blame your parents or don't blame your environment or your household.
Mm.
You know, you have a duty to yourself as well. You know, these days now you can learn as many languages as you want, but start with your own native language. That's your identity. Because if you don't know where you're from, then you don't know where you're going in life. And that's one of the reasons why I think that the generations of today or the next generations or even the current generation or even the generations before us, you have a duty to to invest in yourself. Like I said, your mind, you know, your soul, your heart, and then your actions. There's no excuse for it. We only live once, so the more excuses you make, the more excuses that you waste time, the more excuses that you waste the blessing. And like I said, the blessing that comes every day, man, that's a real blessing. It just comes down to whether you're going to use it. Because if you don't use it, then obviously you're going to lose it. Therefore, you lose time. You know, because time you can't get back, of course. So invest in yourself, and then you're investing in your time. No matter how big or how small, you know, 30 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day. Start with the basics, your greetings. I mean, with my kids, yeah, we teach it within song. You know, we teach it within our stories. Yeah, White Sunday as well. We get them involved, and yeah, you know, we're fluent, but they're getting there. You know what I mean? We speak it at home. I'll tell you guys a quick long story, man. I used to date this Afghani girl, and then, but man, her Samoa was really good, eh?
Yeesh.
She invited me over for dinner to yeah, and then man, her brothers were older, you know what I mean? And then she had brothers that were the same age as me. Anyway, when we came in, I was all excited because she invited me, and she played the piano at the local way. And yeah, anyway, you know, what I'm saying is that they treat her like a princess. So I did it, you know, I wasn't thinking of all that, but then as soon as we got in there, they introduced me to the mom and dad. The mom was all good. Introduced me to the sisters, and then introduced me to the brothers. All the brothers were all good except for the brother that was the same age as us, and then he was trying to play hardball. Anyway, yeah, the daughter that was daddy. She got told off because I accidentally greeted them in English, and then yeah. Anyway, they asked a million questions and said that, oh, we only Samoa, you know, in this house. Yeah, we do not accept English in this house. Yeah, and I said, far out, yeah. So then I brushed up my Samoa because we speak it at home now and then. But yeah, like I said, it was a bit embarrassing just to be put on the spot like that. So if that's the case, then yeah, by all means, you know, yeah, relax. You know, to cut a long story short, it goes a long way. So if you're trying to find your identity, regardless, it is an investment that you would never ever forget, and something that will not leave you and can be passed on to your kids. Yeah, save a generation, man, and start with your language, and then you know where you're going.
That's right.
Yo, with me, like, man, I'm proud to have Samoan running through my blood. Eh? Even though I'm born in New Zealand, both my parents born in Samoa. They came over in the 60s, you know, try to start a new life, and had us. And so, yeah, man, always proud of that. But I even respect my parents' decision because they made a decision where they chose not to talk to me and my sisters in Samoan when we were born. Because, I don't know, when I asked my mum later on in life, like, how come you guys made that choice? And they said, oh, because we're living in New Zealand now. So if we talk to you in English, then, you know, you're going to English school. You know, you got to do everything's in English. So, you know, it doesn't make sense that you'd be confused with speaking Samoan and English. So it's better for us to talk in English to you guys, and then you can just do well in school. So I always had that thinking, man, but then, you know, when you go to church, everyone's talking Samoan, you can't understand, sort of thing. So the only Samoan that really I was exposed to the language was every Sunday at church. And when we do White Sunday every October, you know, I was the only one. I was the only guy in White Sunday to have the shortest lines. that kind of stuff. So we'll learn my lines in that. But then, you know, you join the church choir and you sing all the songs. So, you know, just experience all that. So yeah, when it comes to Samoan language, for me, yeah, it was good. It was good, but I just also had my obstacles of understanding and all that stuff. But I am real grateful that in Samoa itself, like if you go to Samoa, like the language is real strong there, right? The language is real strong in Samoa. You can't say much for, when you think about like what happened in New Zealand, how the Māori language almost got extinct, because they weren't allowed to talk their own. And even in Hawaii too, these colonized areas, like Hawaii is colonized by the Americans, they nearly almost destroyed the Hawaiian language.
Yeah.
Like the dialect's probably completely destroyed, The dialect, but the language is still there, so it's reinvented, right? So, and same as New Zealand too. The Māori language almost got, wiped out, but now it's back and stronger than ever. So we're lucky in Samoa that our language stays strong, right? We can always go back to home. We can always go back to Samoa and our language is there. If you want to learn it, there's ways you can go. You can go back to your family in Samoa. You can learn it there. You can be immersed in Samoa. You can have your language back. You can learn the language. So we are real lucky to if we don't identify, if we have trouble with our identity, if we feel like just because we don't know the Samoan language that we're lost. It's not like that, right? There's avenues, there's places that we can go to learn our language anytime, right? It's just up to you. If you really feel like you need to, there's ways to go do it. And I'm really proud of that. I'm grateful of that I can have that choice anytime in my life, or language is important and it's up to you. And I'm just grateful that there's avenues. If you don't know your language, you can learn it, right? And, like I said, you can go back to Samoa and it's 100% healthy over there.
Yeah. Yo, nice.
With the language weeks they're doing now in New Zealand, I think it's great. But also think that it's just a way to acknowledge the languages in the country to people that don't know. Like all the Polynesians that live in New Zealand, they've got to put up with these Samoan language week, Tuvaluan language week, Tongan language week, Māori language week. They got to put up there. Fuck them. Put up with it, because now we got it now. Like that is something that's in your country too. So even though we have to do it, which is sad, it's sad that we have to actually do these language weeks to acknowledge it. Because for us, we know it, so it's all right. Like we got now acknowledge this language week to the rest of New Zealand. I find that sad, but it's not for us. It's for everyone else. It's for the Polynesians of this land to know that, nah, man, you're not the only language in here, right? So,
I remember there was a chick that was mocking a Spanish guy about his English, and the Spanish guy, he said, I speak English because that's the only language that you know. And it's like, it brought into context, it's like, yeah, like we learn English because that's the only way that other people know how to communicate with us. Like our own language is close to our heart. So it really spoke volumes of what he said. He says, like, he goes, you speak English because that's the only language that you know. I speak English because that's the only language that you know. Like, it's like crazy.
Nah, yeah. I thought it was a pretty interesting question. It is a thing though, At the age of 16, I don't think I was like confident in speaking Tokalauan or Samoan. Probably a stint when I lived with my brother in Oz. Like I probably did like year 9 Samoan. That was basic reading, like understanding the alphabet, plural language, like where to put a glottal stop and all of that stuff. But it wasn't until I was living in Sydney that I was going to church, immersed in church, because it was spoken only in Tuk. And then the guys that I worked with inside a chicken factory, they only spoke Tokalauan. So it was like, speak English or learn the language. So which one is it? And I ended up picking up Tokalauan. I'd say the greatest thing that I've picked up by learning how to speak Tokalauan, because I didn't speak, before I had my son Lomi, I never spoke it in this house. Yeah, my kids used to be like, oh man, what's he saying? Or what's the conversation on about? But the greatest compliment I've ever had, speaking in my brother's hana no, like a remembrance for him, was hearing my auntie say across the room, "Fa, your tahu accent so strong, but you've never been to Tokelau." Like that tells me they're like learning it and just trying to immerse myself with the languages, like, But when people hear me speak Samoan, They go, Sole, you Samoan again? Nah. But then when people hear me speak Tongan, they're like, Sole, are you a Tongala or you? But that, because when I was at high school, all my mates were mostly Tongans. So I refused to let them get one over me, you know? But no, I think identities, I think every individual walks different. But the more languages, like the one that you connect to the most, I feel it helps, you know? Because, man, when I'm around people like elderly and they say to me, man, your take's good, like and it's a genuine compliment, I had to say, I try. But in my mind, it's like, man, it's because I miss talking with my parents, you know, because I don't get to do it every day or they're not here anymore. So, nah. Thanks for the question, Reese, man. That's obviously got the boys deep, diving with the feels of their identity in themselves as well. But nah, sharp boys. Just real quick, we won't get into opinions, but just as a memory lane, man. And I asked my kids this the other day, can you think of a song as an adult, not like primary school or intermediate when everyone sings together, but can you name a song where if you would say you were the DJ and you played it? Now you see how DJ, like, I think, let's just take the late great Fiji George Vikoso, and then you stop, right, and you wait for the crowd reaction. What's your song? Like, if you were the DJ and you were gonna play your song, what's the song that you're gonna get Eden Park to do the repeat after you just played the intro?
The sing along.
Yeah, the sing along, bro. And we'll go with you, Chucky, since you said sing along.
Man, that's a hard one, eh? You got me on the spot there, dog.
Not the boys to men. Shit. Hey, we give you 30 seconds now.
30 seconds. Man, no. Yeah, shit. I can't think of the bad boys. Yeah, I'll have to pass that one. There's so many to choose from.
It's good, Eddie. You look like you were prepared for that
one. Like if it was at Eden Park, man, I reckon white Islander or black, whatever, I reckon it'll be bartender T-Pain.
Ooh,
I reckon, I reckon that was everyone will pump to that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Me,
man, I'm stuck. This is a lot. Eden Park.
Yeah, this is the.
Definitely a sing along. But what sing along? What does everyone know? Yeah, that's the hard part. I had one in my head, but I lost it. I don't want to say like the obvious ones, like Slice of Heaven. I don't want to say that. Maybe a UB40 song. Gotta put a UB40 song. Which one, man? But because they got heaps of everyone knows. Hey, yeah, it's a hard one, man. Gotta pick the one, but I think it's gonna be a UB40 song.
UB40 song. Nice, bro. Because I asked my girls the other day because we were listening. I don't know what we were watching. It must have been Sing, and a Katy Perry song came on, and I was thinking, damn, this is a good song. And then I was thinking, because obviously the crowd sing along to the Katy Perry song. It was Fireworks. And I asked and she goes, do you know of any songs there? Like, because she obviously thinks that I'm old, right? And I go, if I was doing a song for a crowd, it would have to be Lady Gaga, eh? That Bad Romance. Because if you imagine cutting it off of like, oh, and then you stopped it and you listen to our crowd sing the Caught in a Bad Romance, bro, that's epically loud, eh? But like, I've heard it in the club. Yeah. I've heard it in the clubs when the boys are like on the decks in there. I want it all. And then they stop it and they let the lights do its thing. And then you just hear the crowd jump, when they start singing the chorus. But yeah, I can't get that out of my head, man. That, man.
That's a good one. That's a good Christian, yeah. Put it out to the viewers as well. Comment down below what you guys sing along songs, man. What would get the crowd going? If that was me DJing at Eden Park game, I'll probably be random and just play play tiki-tiki-tiki-tiki-tiki. Oh man. La 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 la, yeah, man. I'll probably be random and just put something on like that. Yeah. It's enough of those white sing-along, man.
Put the Bee Gees on.
Staying alive.
Crazy.
Nah, Seki boys. We got time for one more question. Okay, we'll go with one more opinion. I don't know if you guys caught the night market lady and her video. She obviously got interviewed from Karen on the Petty Gower.
Oh, yeah.
But she's been known for changing the goalposts with her price.
Hey.
So you might want to have a conversation.
yeah.
Yeah, 200. You get there. She kind of shows up with her F swipe. 300. Oh, 450 because the position I give you, like, like if you know, you know. But I mean, if you were just like wondering what, but just from you guys, start with you, Butcher. Is she your fair poco, or is that like just, man, give somebody a chance?
Yo, that's the thing, eh? When it comes to verbal contracts, she can negotiate and she can change it because there's no witnesses. That's why when it comes to like business opportunities like this, have it in writing. No matter what, have it in writing. Or have a conversation on chats, whatever, and just screenshot it. Because, yeah, you can't tell who's saying what, you know. He say, she say, so yeah. But shout out to PolyX Experience, which are the rival company to the night market.
Night markets, yo.
Sick.
Oh, she Chucky.
How does it? Yeah, shucks. Didn't catch too much of it, but yeah, our family used to do the Otala markets, bro, back in the days. So I don't know. What is it like now? I mean, I thought that Auckland Council, you pay a fee to the Auckland Council for your spot, for the store and all that. But by the sounds of it, it's like, yeah, how does that work in these days? Because if it's not going through the council, I mean, and it's just going through random individuals, like that lady. Yeah, I reckon fair poco to the days, man. Just stick to that one pricing, but like the also Eddie said, yeah, get it in writing, lock it down, and then you don't need to stress about it later on. They don't need to surprise you later on. You know, a month down the track, 2 months or a year, you know, whatever it may be. That price should be just a yearly price, and then stick to it, and then negotiate it again if they want to change it. Yeah.
It reminds me of a story I had a joke with a friend of mine ages ago. We were talking about how these Chinese stands, food stands, have these all you can eat, like well, not all you can eat, like if you can fill your plate. So you buy small plate, medium plate, or large plate, and you can fill that up, and that's the price, right? So we made this joke about, man, Islanders must, you know, come in with have all these creative ways of filling the plate. Like, you know, if you have like it might be bad for the person that has the shop. Because, like, you know, have you heard the one where you have those plates and you can fill you fill the bottom and you can fill the
I was thinking
you
that
fill
it
the
was,
lid.
They fill both sides.
You fill both.
Yeah.
they're trying to close it. Eh? It's like this. The lid
But
can't even touch
they
it.
walk off.
It's like,
They walk off with it open because they filled both the lid and the bottom of the plate.
The rubber band is not going to work.
Nah.
Thanks. Put in the fridge.
So we were just laughing at that, and we were coming up with some ideas what these Chinese people can do. Like, they can have like a mechanism where they press the button and the sign flips to make the price from $5 to $10 when they see the Islanders walking up. You gotta be quick, eh? You gotta be quick, man. You know. So that's just running.
I think the one in Henderson charges $3 if you can't close it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, take quickly.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, see. So they're onto it now. They're onto us. See, they're onto us. But you know, but they're having a button, eh, to swap the price around when you see Islanders. You see Islanders taste the price.
Yeah.
Then you'll be all good there.
Oh, sorry.
Bro, I'm not even gonna touch anything or say anything about her, because I know people that have come across. I think we had one comment from Vita Himona. He said that he had a run-in with her, just saying like how she is, and yeah, did that to her on the spot. Added another $150 to what the conversation on the phone was, but he paid it, and then yeah, he sort of got a bit of a bad vibe from her after that, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, I guess if you know enough of what's happening, it's a bit like probably Tulsa King, eh? Season 3. That's what I'll say about that.
Yo.
Did anyone have a feed review at all? Anyone been eating luxurious this week?
Elliot Stables.
Yo.
Did I mention that? I had the
Nah.
jambalaya. Oh,
that still going?
Yeah. I had the jambalaya. Jambalaya? Yeah. It's nice. It feeds probably like 2 islanders, maybe 4 normal people, but I just needed like the food was good. It's just a little bit pricey, and they just give you 2 slices of bread. Like that's not enough. If it's gonna like it says on the thing can feed 4, but like yeah, me and the Us went halves on it. And it's like we needed more flour, but yeah. Food was nice though, but just yeah, expensive and not enough bread. So, 3.2 out of 5. Yeah.
Where are they located? Us?
Just off Elliot Street, in the city. Yeah, there's like multiple shops inside. It's like a food court, and then you just pick and choose what you want. So we went to the American Jumbo one. So they had like American, like South, like Alabama style kind of foods and stuff. So yeah, we had the jambalaya. Yeah, there was a beef gumbo, but yeah, no, we decided on the jambalaya. Seki.
That's Jamaican, is it?
Yeah, that sounds Jamaican. Yeah,
Is it-
jambalaya.
Oh,
Jamaican
I don't
food?
know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is that like got corn in there, seafood? Is that the one?
No, yeah, it's got corn, prawns, and other stuff. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yo. I don't know if it's Jamaican, but yeah, it's like yeah. The theme of the shop was like like the South Alabama, New Orleans kind of vibe. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Me-
no, you're right.
me.
I'm just looking it up. It's from state of Louisiana, so New
Oh
Orleans.
yeah.
African, Spanish, and French influence. So it's a mix.
Yeah, not the Jamaica, sorry.
No, the Jamaican.
Jamaica.
Jamaica. You're Jamaican me crazy.
Louisiana, buddy. Louisiana. Can you have me some water, master?
I can't close the plate, boss.
Is it bows?
I can't close the plate, boss. You told me 300, boss.
So I don't know if you guys watched Atlanta, but there was an episode where the black guy takes the Balangi girl to a jambalaya restaurant, and the white girl has it, and then she goes, this is nice. And then she makes her own, she buys off the restaurant and makes a food truck, and she sells the jambalaya, but in a colonizing sort of way. And that was what the episode was about.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seki brothers probably don't have time to do a fair book of the week, but we'll wrap this episode up with some last words. We'll start with you, Uso Eddie.
Yeah, my last words, man. Go the Broncos. But man, just because time's a bit tough, I wrote this down. Bless people if you can, and blessing will come your way. Don't do things for people if you expect something back. Envy is the downfall of happiness. Seki.
Nice, also. Go, Chucks.
Yeah, final words to the viewers. Yeah, hopefully you guys are all good. Be kind, be good. Yeah, if you can help another brother or help a neighbor, yeah, it's always good to do. Always good to give. And just keep in mind too, using the word busy in life is just another excuse. So make time for the ones that you care for, because life's too short. And when it comes to achieving and facing adversity, it's always good to always embrace pressure. It always brings the best out of you. Touch the line, and one day soon you'll be able to cross the line. Sweet.
Nice,
Nice,
Us.
Yeah, my last words, man. Man, another good solid episode. Man, what I got out of it, what I took out of this episode was, man, this was a fun episode to talk about the stuff we talked about. The thing in Samoa, fuck, New Zealand better get their act together, because I'm not going to believe anything what goes on now, like, unless you do what's right. And just about identity, like talking about our language, and just me reflecting on how I was brought up and the Samoan language and all that kind of stuff was pretty cool to talk about too. Yeah, man, all that. And yeah, hope you guys have a good week, and let's do this again next week. Thanks, boys.
Dorus. My last words. I just wanted to acknowledge everyone thinking about starting. You know what I mean? Anything that's been parked maybe have a look at revisiting it. But especially those on the health journey, man. There's no other time. There's no other better time than now. I mean, if you've been thinking about stuff, procrastination is just the cause of just sitting on the shelf, man. Maybe reach for that book and that set of goals and start smashing it out, man. Because no one's promised tomorrow, man. Times are the essence, man. But yeah, my last words is don't even think about it, man. That's the beginning of procrastination. Have a goal, set a goal, and start pushing for it, man. Because anything is possible, bro. And self-belief as well. Tell yourself, man, when you're struggling, talk to yourself, man. And if you feel like no one's hearing you, man, close your eyes and have a prayer. Talk to the Lord, man, having that one-on-one conversation. But yeah, I found that this week, man, hitting those stairs that I come up every day, 10 sets of stairs, man, and they kill me. I always think about my kids. I have moments where I talk to myself, come on, Leti, 2 more. 1 for the kids, 1 for Kira, 1 for Lomi. And next thing, I'm up the other side, and I'm walking free, man. I'm not deep breathing, So it's just the power of just self-believance, man, and just talking to yourself. But now, yeah, I'll leave that with you viewers and brothers, man. But yeah, get it late and all about. Shot, man. That's another one for the books, man. So if you made it this far, smash the like button, give us a like, subscribe, and share, man. We're just a bunch of Usos, man, giving up a speaker point of view with one shot, no retraction, man. You know what it is. You can finish us out this time, Cam. Let's go.
Thanks, boys. Have a good night and grand final. Good luck, Eddie, and your team. If any of you guys support these 2 teams, yeah, good luck to you guys. I'll wait till next year. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
I was.
Sure, boys.